Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another reading, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope these readings are helping you. Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong, okay? One thing I need y'all to do is like and subscribe, okay? To continue to catch the vibe. That is the best way to support the channel if you're enjoying these readings and you're gaining something positive. It also helps your fellow Pisces find the reading as well, because then the algorithm will push it the more you engage with it. So thank you guys so much for being here. I had a personal epiphany, you guys, that I don't understand socialization. Have any of y'all realized that about yourself, or like realized something about yourself in the last few days and weeks? This Mercury retrograde is whooping my butt, and Mercury is the sign of communication, okay? Thinking, mental things, Gemini and Virgo. I have realized I do not know how to socialize. I don't know how to socialize. And I'm not sure exactly why, but like I'm doing research into it. I'm trying to learn it, figure it out, and do better because I don't know how to socialize. And I'm not sure if that's like because of how I was raised or what, but it's a crazy thing to realize about yourself. Like, and I don't feel like I've been like that forever, but I might have. And it's just crazy. But anyway, anywho, we're going to get into the reading and figure out today, what are your blockages? Because we want to remove the blockages. We want to get the blockages out the way so you can continue to proceed. Shall you proceed? I say, yes, indeed. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. If y'all want to book a reading, the link is in the description box below. Everything you need to know is on the website. If you have a question about the process, okay? Yes, Snowflake, so close to the mic saying meow. I socialize with cats better than I socialize with people. Ooh, travesty. Devastating. Okay, so let's see. What could be blocking Pisces right now? Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God, what is blocking Pisces? What are the blockages that Pisces may be experiencing at this time? What are the blockages? Okay. Older woman and birthday. Okay, these kind of came out together. So this could literally be an older woman. Or you could feel like age is blocking you or restricting you from something. You could feel like because you're getting older, every year you turn another year older on your birthday, it could be like looming over your head, okay? New direction, yeah, and planning. So some of you are planning to go in a new direction, or your life is taking you in a different direction than what you thought you would be. Like at this age, at this time, at this stage in your life, you may have felt like you were going to be in a different position, doing something else. You may have felt like you would have gotten further by now than what you are. And I feel like you're trying to make plans for your future. Some of you guys could be, investing in a 401k, a retirement plan. You could be making final arrangements, doing your last will and testament. You could just be thinking about the future and like planning for the future, trying to decide what you want, trying to decide what you don't want, trying to figure out what it is that you need to do to get where you want to be. And I just feel like at the age that you are right now, just because it says birthday, I feel like this might be more applicable to like your inner thoughts, but it feels like you guys are in this stage where you're at a point trying to figure out which direction do you need to go, because you're getting older and it's like in the future, you don't want to be doing this same shit over and over again. Like that's what it feels like to me. Okay. Some of you could be planning your birthday for the next year, or you could be trying to decide what you want to do. This could just be like a side thought connected to the other thought. And you may want to go in a different direction as far as like how you celebrate, or just in general, how you live your life. Okay. Some of you may feel like you're too old to do something, or you're getting older and it's like you got to figure it out, because like before long, you might feel like you're going to be an old Pisces. Okay. Listen, I feel like Pisces, especially the millennial Pisces, we're going to be fun when we get old. Because I refuse to be an old, crusty, dusty, boring bitch. Okay. That's not what I'm going to do. It's just not. What's blocking Pisces? What is blocking Pisces possibly at this time, Spirit? Rich man. Now, that sucker came out reversed. Some of you guys may feel like you don't earn enough money, or you don't make enough money, or you haven't been as productive when it comes to your career or your profession as you would like to be. We have relocation and engagement. Some of you may have moved recently and it took a lot out of your finances. It may have bitten a big chunk out of your savings. Some of you guys want to relocate, but you feel like you don't have the financial backing, or you don't have the financial capability to move to the city that you want to move to. This could be someone else around you. Somebody may have just moved or relocated, and it's not like they're broke because they're just broke. It's like they just spent all of their money trying to get the move taken care of or something like that. But how could that be blocking you? This could be someone else's situation. I don't know. You could have just moved, or you could need to move, or someone else could have just moved, or they need to move, and maybe they're asking you for money, or they're asking you for help, or you could feel like you need help or assistance from someone and you're talking to them about it, but maybe they're not helping you. Maybe you don't have the money to help this person. Okay, one more card. Okay. Yeah, we have expecting. Yeah, somebody may have set an expectation that they were going to help you with something. Like they said they were going to help you move, or they said that they were going to help you with, like, you know, filling in the gaps. We have luxury and crossroads. Yeah. Yeah, this could have been an unexpected move as well, but I feel like you guys are having to make decisions, and you may feel like there's a broke man who is blocking you from making those decisions. Some of you guys may feel like there is a feminine energy who is draining you as a masculine, who's blocking you at this time. I feel like some of you, if you are masculine energies, men specifically, and you have a baby mom because she's pregnant, or if you have a girlfriend or someone who you were dealing with who's now pregnant, I feel like some of you guys are feeling as if this individual is trying to live a certain lifestyle or trying to have a certain way that they live, but you can't afford that and they expect for you to foot the bill, and you're kind of like trying to give them a reality check. Like, you're going to have to make a decision, or they're going to have to make a decision. Somebody's going to have to make a decision, and there's a discussion going on about that because you feel like this is preventing you from being able to do what it is that you need to do to provide for yourself and whoever else is involved. I feel like if you're a feminine energy, some of you guys are used to a certain way of living your life. You're used to having maybe more of a luxurious, existence. Okay, living a life of luxury. I don't even know if this is necessarily luxury, but I just feel like a lot of you guys as feminine energies want to be comfortable in your surroundings and in your, predicaments, because with the pregnancy here, it kind of feels like that's the feminine energy. Like the feminine energy wants to live a certain lifestyle and have a certain level of safety and security and stability. And some of you feminines feel like there's a masculine energy who talks about what they want, but they don't maybe back it up with action. They talk about it, but they don't be about it. They may talk a good game, but when it comes to actually fulfilling what it is that they say, you may feel like they don't do that. And somebody may have promised you or set an expectation that they were going to help you with something or support you with something, and they haven't done that. Okay. You could be a single mom. Okay. Some of you could be in a position where somebody said that they were going to support their child or they were going to do XYZ, but they haven't done it. Yeah. So you're having to make a decision. Okay. Take it how it resonates, because honestly, even if you're a masculine, I feel like some of you guys are in a position that's kind of difficult, because you might have set yourself up with somebody to make them think that you live a certain type of lifestyle. But now that they're in it with you, it's like they're seeing that there are limits to certain situations and things that you can do, which I feel like is realistic. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you have to set the right expectation. And I just feel like some of you masculines may not have, don't beat me up, don't get mad, but some of y'all may not have set the right expectation for a feminine energy. And if you did, it could have been a situation where that feminine energy was like, okay, well, this is what I require. And you're going to have to make a decision like, okay, can I actually like afford to be with this woman? Or can I actually like afford to do the things that I want to do? You know. I just feel like there's just miscommunication. So that could be the blockage. It's like whatever you guys expected, Pisces, or whatever you thought you were going to be able to do, you may have to make some choices when it comes to moving forward, because you may not be able to do everything that you thought you were going to be able to do. Okay. Now, let's get one more set. What is the blockage that Pisces could be dealing with, Spirit? What's the blockage that Pisces could be dealing with? Journey. Isn't that song, Don't Stop Believing? Isn't that a Journey song? Trip. So you may definitely be going on a trip or taking some type of journey or something like that. We also have creativity. So some of you guys may have to get creative if you have to move or relocate. Some of you guys may have already planned a trip, but now your money looking a little funny and you may have to get creative about how you do certain things. This could also be about having a higher perspective on situations, seeing things from a higher perspective when it comes to the road that you're on, and having to get very creative and be very resourceful. I know that you guys can do it because y'all are one of the most creative signs. I feel like Pisces is extremely creative. I feel like Aquarius in their own way is very creative because they're innovative. And I just feel like you guys have the ability to really do some things that may seem impossible, but aren't actually impossible for you. It just depends on how close you are to the problem. Okay. I feel like you guys could possibly feel as if there are limits to what it is that you can do when it comes to your journey. I feel like the blockage when it comes to that energy is like you're struggling to see things from a higher perspective because that trip card had clouds in the sky, and it's like you may be struggling to see where you're going or where you're going to end up because it's just not. I feel like for some reason it's like something is not clicking, something is not making sense. Okay, one more card. Friends. Some of you may be taking a trip with your friends. This could be why your money is funny. Some of you guys could definitely be like expecting people to do certain things because they may have set the expectation that they would, but they're maybe reneging on a promise or reneging on what they said they were going to do, which may have made something that you already planned to do more difficult, right? You could have been making plans for your birthday and maybe you want to take a trip or take a cruise. You got to pay for those things ahead of time. Like, if you want to take a trip or you want to take a cruise, you need to be at least 6 to 8 months ahead, at least, when it comes to planning it. maybe even a year. So some of you guys may have to make installment payments on a trip that you want to take, or pay the deposit on an Airbnb or hotel room. And because someone set an expectation that they were going to do something and then maybe did not do it, it's like you feel like you have to decide what you're able to do based on someone else. And I feel like that's what's irritating to you. You didn't, because I kind of feel like you guys didn't necessarily ask someone to do something, but they said they were going to do it. Or it's a situation where they're required to do something just because the pregnancy card is here, you know. It's like, maybe it's a situation where they should be doing their part, but they're not. Okay. At the bottom, we have crystals. So clarity, motivation, energy, and then bereavement. Yeah, some of you guys might be a little bit sad or upset because you may have to cancel a trip. You may not be able to do something with your friends or take a flight, or you may not be able to be as spontaneous as other people around you. Like, you can't just decide to get up and do something, even if it's not as big as a trip. You may not even be able to just get up and decide to go out to eat with people if they want to go out to eat. You may not be able to go out because it's like you're always kind of like waiting on the other shoe to drop, because you never know. Even if you're like a masculine energy or a man and you have a feminine energy that maybe is your baby mom or your wife or your girlfriend or whoever, and or your partner, right? You got to really be careful and like do extra, because this person is always spending money randomly, and they're always just swiping the card and not letting you know what they're about to spend. So whatever you've allotted for other things like bills or social things, you look at the account or you get a notification randomly, and all of that preparation and work and planning that you put into something is kind of like ruined because someone else is not holding up their end of the bargain. And it kind of feels like this is something that a person said they were going to do. It feels like this is something that they actually like talked to you about doing, or you guys discussed like how you were going to make decisions. You guys discussed like how you were going to go about communicating with each other when situations went down. It's like, I just feel like somebody just blatantly does not give a fuck. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like you talked about like, hey, even if this is your baby daddy and they don't have the child support, or they don't have the ability to pay for something for the kids, get the kids haircuts, get the kids clothes, get the kids, you know, whatever they asking for. You told this person like, okay, you need to let me know in advance if you can't do this. You need to let me know, even if it's your baby mama, baby daddy, ex-husband, ex-wife, whoever, you need to let me know and ahead of time what you're going to do, and then actually do what you say you're going to do. If you can't do it, don't say you're going to do it. Because what it feels like is that somebody is saying that they're going to do something, or they're agreeing that they're going to communicate with you, or they're saying that things are going to go a certain way, and y'all are coming to an agreement on that, and then the motherfucker's doing something else. And it's like, okay, now Pisces, I know you, because it's starting to feel like it's on purpose now. Are we doing this on purpose? Are we doing this to be petty? Are we doing this to be vindictive? Or are you just stupid? Like, that's what it feels like to me. You know what I mean? I don't even think y'all hold it against a person for... I just feel like I don't think y'all hold it against a person for not having it, or I don't think y'all hold it against a person for like, you know, trying to work to figure it out. But what you're not going to tolerate is just the blatant disrespect and abuse of your kindness in a situation, because it kind of feels like, you know, you talk to your baby mama, or you talk to, you know, your girlfriend or your partner about, or even your ex, hell, if y'all still got responsibilities together, but you talk to this person about like, hey, if you're going to spend money, you need to let me know what it is that you about to spend it on, so I can like prepare for that. Even if it's like something random that comes up, just let me know, like, this is something that I want, or this is something that's come up, so that I can allot for that. And somebody just do what they want to do. Or if you're on the other end of the spectrum and just say you got a baby daddy or ex-husband or something like that, and they say, oh, you know, I'm going to pay the child support on Friday, or I'm going to give you half the child support on Friday and the other half on next Friday or whatever. And then Friday come along and they ain't giving you nothing. And then you got to call and run and check behind them like, what's going on? You said you were going to have this by Friday, and they like, oh, well, I don't know. I ain't got it. Something came up. Da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, well then don't say that you're going to have it on Friday. Like, didn't nobody ask you? Listen. What I feel like this is kind of saying, Pisces, is that you don't need to take people for their word, especially if you know that they don't keep their word. Don't have an expectation that somebody is going to do something and base everything that you got going on the expectation that this person is going to do something, because obviously this person has a habit of letting you down, or wishful thinking, or you just look. Second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. This person has a habit of letting you down. And I feel like remember I just said, don't stop believing with that Journey song. I feel like this person wants you to keep believing that they're going to do something and they're going to keep their word, or they're going to communicate with you the way that you guys need to, or the way that you've asked them to, but they just don't care. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. And then clingy. Exes, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Yeah. You're cutting ties with someone because they're stuck in their ways. They're stubborn. And I feel like for some of y'all, this person is doing it out of spite, to be honest with you. It feels like they're doing it out of spite. They don't want to change. They don't want to do anything different. And even though you keep expecting them to do something different, they never gave you any signs that they were. So you can't be somebody. Just say, for example, you got a baby daddy or ex-husband, and this person says, oh, I'm gonna pay the child support on this day, and it never comes. You gotta be like, okay, stop. Whenever they say that, you can't like base what you're doing on the fact that they're gonna actually keep their word, because they never do. Because that's what's tripping you up and making you feel crazy, because you're actually taking them for their word when they're not a person who is worthy of being taken at their word, because all they do is lie. That's all they do. And I think it's like you're making it hard on yourself, because that's what you're doing. And I get it. Y'all know. I told y'all. I totally understand. Okay. One more card for Pisces. Distance. Interesting. This is the same picture. Like, some of these pictures are the same. But this is the same picture. This is the What's the Vibe deck. But the other deck, What's the News, that we just got, has this card, but it says lost. Okay. So distance says divorce, ghosted, and separation. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like some of y'all can depend on your friends more than you can depend on your partner. And that's the sad part. Cutting ties again. I feel like you're trying to make space in your mind you're trying to make space in your mind between you and this person, or you're trying to separate what you wish they would do from what you know they're going to do, so that you can create space in between those two different thoughts. Because what you know they're going to do is leave you hanging. What you wish they would do is just be responsible and stop fucking with you. But you know they're not. So I feel like a lot of you guys have decided to cut ties with someone. I feel like there is some type of deadline that you're planning on cutting ties with this person. Maybe around your birthday, maybe around someone else's birthday. I don't know. But I feel like you're just planning on cutting ties with this person. And then we have apology. Arrogant, rash actions, insincere. That's what I'm saying, though. They're not being true. They're gonna, even if they apologize to you every single time they left you hanging, it don't mean nothing, because apologies without changed behavior are pointless. Apologies without changed behavior is pointless. It doesn't matter how many times this person apologizes to you. Whenever and you'll probably notice a pattern, because whenever you start to distance yourself from this person, separate your energy, here they come sniffing around like a hungry dog from outside. And I feel like that's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. This person is broke. And if you're a masculine, since the card is reversed, you can flip the gender. So this could be a broke feminine. It doesn't matter. But it's like you are trying to remove the wishful thinking, because you know that this person just continues to do the same thing over and over again. Yeah. And you keep giving them the opportunity to play in your face, or you keep giving them the opportunity to like run over you or do this type of stuff to you. It's like they know that you're going to believe them. They know that you're going to expect for them to do something. That's why they're setting the expectation. And for some of you, this is just a malicious individual who just takes joy in letting you down. They make promises that they know they're not going to keep. And for some reason, that gives them some type of energy. And every time you cut them off, more than likely when you met this person, you didn't have any type of debt. You didn't have any type of like poverty. If you did, it was a situation where it's like, it wasn't this bad. If you did have things that you had to maybe like wait on or budget or do whatever you had to do, fine. But since you met this person, since you had a relationship with this person, since you had children with this person, since you lived with this person as a roommate, whatever the situation is, I feel like you have been in a perpetuity. Okay, I know that's not how you say the word. It's perpetuity. But you've been in a perpetual state of like poverty, or you've been in a perpetual state of lack, or having a perpetual state of blockages. And that's what Spirit is trying to like get you to see, so that you stop thinking that this person is going to do anything for you. Because the more you cut ties with them, the more they try to come closer to you, because they feel that energy source being removed. I don't know where it came from, bitch. Oh, shit. All right, well, let's see. Who's blocking Pisces? Ooh, Temperance. Why are they blocking you? Oh my God. It wasn't going away. Why are they blocking you? The Justice card. Jesus. How to remove the blockage. The Seven of Pentacles. Save your money. Libra energy, Taurus energy, Sagittarius energy. That's it. Libra, Taurus, and Sag. So there's somebody who is trying to blend themselves together with you. They're trying to jump in your skin. Kind of like that weird movie trailer that keeps playing on YouTube where I don't know, there's some weird stuff. But yeah, maybe Scorpio judgment. I feel like Spirit is trying to wake you up to the fact that if you continue to merge your existence or your decisions or your life with this person, they're going to slow you down. They're going to create this delay. Oh, that was loud. They're going to create this delay. They're going to create this lack in your life. There's constantly going to be more that you put in and less that you get in return. Since this person has come into your life, that's what it is. They're trying to wake you up to that. I'm going to take this out. So why is the Temperance card here for who's blocking Pisces? Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like they say, this is a person who says things, Knight of Swords. First of all, they have immature communication, but they say things to you. They feel like they have to say something, or they rush to say something, or they make a strong statement about something, more than likely promising something or telling you that they're going to do something, and then you wait, or then they switch up on you, and you're standing there holding the bag. Why? It's crazy that the Justice card is here for why this person is blocking you, and they feel like it's their obligation. Like I was getting legal duties, or they feel like it's their obligation, or they feel like it's fair, or they feel like that's what you deserve, or something like that. It's crazy. I'm telling you. Two of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. So this is a person who makes decisions spur of the moment. They make decisions really quickly, and they change their mind really quickly, or they change what they're doing. Things change in their life very quickly. They decide to go in a different direction. They don't want to do it anymore. Like, if it doesn't serve them anymore to do what they said they were going to do, or if it doesn't serve them anymore to take care of whatever they're expected to take care of, they don't. It's very selfish. What's the Knight of Swords? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they change their mind, or they go back on their word. They also are a trickster when it comes to communication. This person constantly says things that they don't mean, or they switch up when it comes to what they said. They don't keep their promise. They're not a person of their word. They never, whatever they say they're going to do, you can almost bet in the opposite direction. You almost would make more money betting on this person doing the opposite of what they said they were going to do than betting on them keeping their word. Okay. 8 of Wands, because they're talking shit. 8 of Wands. They're saying something to get what they want in the moment, but secretly they've made a different decision than what they said they were going to do. And then they switch up. I feel like this person sees things moving forward in your... This is somebody who sees things moving forward quickly in your life. And they know that your destiny is going somewhere that they will not be included, or they will not be a part of. And secretly it makes this person like afraid. So the more that they can keep you stuck with them, the more that they feel comfortable. Cancer energy strongly with the Chariot and the Moon card. Sagittarius strongly with the Wheel and the Temperance. Possibly Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. It's like things are moving forward, things are going smoothly, and then this person pivots and switches direction. Or they just say things that they don't mean. They're a trickster. And I feel like it's because they want to cause some type of delays, or they're trying to create the outcome that they want. It's like, it feels like this person is trying to blend together their situation with your situation, or like destiny swap with you. Why is this person doing this? The Justice card. Why is the Justice card the reason for this person's actions? The High Priestess. Yeah, because they secretly feel like this is what you deserve. They don't fuck with you. They secretly feel like this is what you deserve. Even if this is a situation like with friends, with people in your community. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. They have what you need. They're holding it in their hand. And they could give it to you, or they could do what it is that would make things run smoother, but they want you to suffer. 9 of Wands. They want to make things harder for you because you are mysterious or intuitive, or I don't know. They just feel like it's fair for you to suffer. They want you to suffer more. This person likes to abuse you. Okay. What's the High Priestess with the Justice card? Yeah. Because you're happy. They know you're a happy person. They know you're not depressed. They know you're not sad. They know whatever they did to you or whatever happened between you has not broken your spirit. Again, bamboo, bent but not broken. 9 of Cups. You're happy. You've moved on from something that obviously they have not moved on from. And they're trying to balance the scales with the 2 of Pentacles. They want you to feel the pain. They want you to feel the loss. They want to switch the energy. They want to swap destinies. They want to swap places with you, trading spaces, wife swap. I don't know what the fuck, but they want to switch it. Five of Wands, King of Swords, Three of Cups. They like causing conflict in your life. This is this person's ultimate like fulfillment. They like causing conflict in your life by saying one thing and doing another. They feel really proud of themselves too. They feel super proud of themselves. I did that. That's what they saying. That was me. Pisces is broke. Pisces is struggling. Pisces is confused. Pisces is missing out on opportunities. That's me. I did that. They proud of it. They've mastered this skill of causing conflict in your life, and it always works. Why? Because you always expect for them to do what they say and they never do. Two of Wands. And they always watch you walk away disappointed, not having what you need, feeling very proud of themselves. Their dick is probably hard or their coochie probably wet. I'm telling you. So how do you resolve this? How do you remove this blockage? The Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for how Pisces can remove this blockage? Pay attention to the signs. Over time, pay attention to the history, the nostalgia, the deja vu. How many times has this person repeated this? This is a confirmation that you're never going to get what you want from this person, or this person is never going to give you what you owe, because if they constantly are in a perpetual state of owing you, you'll stick around. Or if they're constantly promising you something that they're going to give you and they never give it to you, they feel like that's going to keep you around waiting for them to fulfill that promise. So this is like, pay attention to the signs. The Star card and the Sun. They want you to focus on the signs. They want you to focus on what has been confirmed. They want you to focus on the message that this person is sending, or that spirit is sending to you, so that you can see that the solution, I feel like the solution is to save your money, or the solution is to stop investing. It's kind of like with the Seven of Pentacles. It's a situation where you don't want to detach because you've put so much into the situation already. But the more you stick around because you've invested, the more you lose, right? It's kind of like gambling. So they want you to stop taking risks when it comes to this person. I feel like also Spirit wants you to focus on the things that make you happy or bring you joy. Okay. I just feel like this is a person who thinks that they can change your destiny. Now that's fucked. That situation, their mindset is fucked. Okay. They're not like realizing that even if this has been working, it's not something that's like a viable plan or strategy. It's not something that's going to actually be able to happen, but that's only if you realize it as well. Yeah, I feel like they want you to drop the dead weight. What else is this Page of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles? Ooh. Ace of Wands reversed. You don't have the same goals. You don't have the same desires. You don't have the same dreams. You don't make decisions in the same way as this person. Y'all think totally differently than each other. And it's like, don't invest. I just feel like Spirit doesn't want you to invest. They're trying to get you to see that this situation is going to balance itself out. Judgment and justice and the wheel. And temperance. Spirit's got their hand on this whole situation. Okay? Death card at the bottom of the deck. There's something that's changing when it comes to this situation. But I also feel like there's a need for you to stop begging this person, because I'm focusing on this Hierophant priest person begging the death card not to die or whatever. or begging for things not to change. Please don't change. Please don't change things. I feel like you need to stop begging this person. First of all, I feel like you also need to put your priorities in a different place. You need to save money. You need to see the truth of what this person is doing, whether it's a friend, a family member, or an ex. Old relationships, old patterns. That's the first part. And change your expectations of what this person is going to do. That's kind of what it feels like. But ultimately, it feels like whatever blockages that you're experiencing, this person is also working with other people. This person is working with other people, or there's other third parties involved. There could be a group of people. This could be a family situation. But this person is working with other people, and they know that they can use these other people to get what it is that they want or cause the destruction that they intend to cause. And I feel like there's a balancing of the scales that's going on. The universe is working something out. Ooh, the horn just beeped. The universe is working something out, balancing something out. Whatever this person is doing, they fell right into the trap of what spirit was. It's like spirit wasn't trying to trap them, but it's kind of like, hold on. I don't feel like, It's like the universe could pick up what this person was throwing down. And I feel like with the Temperance card, something is coming together in your favor, but it has taken a long time. It's like something that you never thought you were going to get. A change or a shift that is taking a long time. Have hope that you'll be able to slowly but surely reach your goals with the proper strategy and prioritization of those goals. Just focus on investing in what's important to you, or investing in what's smart in your situation. And I feel like you're going to start to see slowly but surely the growth. I feel like there was something here that you never thought you would be able to achieve, or there's something here right now that you feel like you'll never achieve. You may feel like you'll never get out of a hole of like debt or bills, or just things that you just don't have the money to pay. It's like you need 6 pentacles, but you only have 1. And you've invested a lot of time and energy and effort into something that you just aren't sure if it's going to pay off. I feel like you're losing motivation. You're losing inspiration. And you just feel like there's a goal here that's unattainable. But I feel like you're going to receive some type of confirmation that gives you hope, or that makes you happy, or you're going to receive something with this 6 of Pentacles. It feels like a change is taking place, and it's not fully clear how this change is going to affect the situation. But I feel like it's going to balance the scales of what someone has been doing to try to switch places with you. Okay? So I feel like with the Star card that we saw, with the Sun card, with the Death card, along with this 6 of Pentacles, something is going to look more attainable. Like you're going to start to see the finish line. You're going to start to have more hope, or you're going to start to see where it is that you're going. If you have to make payment arrangements, make payment arrangements. Do whatever it is that you have to do. Because I feel like Spirit wants you to continue to kind of like stay focused. But it's like, I feel like you're losing hope. This person knows that this is going to happen too. It's like what's blocking you is like you're losing hope in yourself, or you're losing hope and faith in the universe and God and source, whoever you pray to. And it's like this person knows that. They know that if they can cause enough chaos or conflict in your life, they can make you feel like they're swapping destinies with you, and they can make you believe it. And therefore they can make you lose hope that there's any reprieve or justice in the situation. No, this person has no power. They have no authority. They think they're a king, but they're really coming through as a knight. This is a nobody. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to be petty, but fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, this person has no authority over your life, but the fact that they make you think that they do gets you to use your gifts, which are stronger than theirs. They get you to use your own gifts against you. And I've said this before. One more card. What's the Ace of Wands reverse and the Page of Wands? Hermit and the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever somebody's been holding, because we saw the Knight of Pentacles somewhere, whatever this person has been holding, it's being discovered. The Lovers and the Queen of Wands. They made a choice. Or you have to make a choice. I feel like Spirit is guiding you to make a choice. When it comes to what you invest in, really research it. Get the information that you need. Be cautious before you spend your money. I also feel like you're kind of being led down a path. Yeah, it's like you're being led down a path that you can't really control. The World card and the Page of Swords. Because there was just so many major arcanas. There was so much going on. I just feel like it's like, have the courage to believe in yourself. Have the courage to invest in yourself and know that you can do something without like someone else. There's a cycle that's coming to an end and Spirit is trying to help end it, but it's kind of a long process. It's something that really there's a lot of moving parts, it feels like to me. And as this cycle is completing, there's a need for you to calm the noise in your mind or calm the noise of this person. You may need to look into why something stopped or why something is moving so slowly. I don't know. What's the Ace of Wands reverse specifically? Ten of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to maintain your equilibrium. You're trying to stay balanced each and every day. But it just feels like it just feels like you feel that this hole is impossible to like dig your way out of. It's a teeter-totter thing. Like, you're up 1 minute and then the next day you're down, and you just keep trying to focus on what's important and maintain your equilibrium, maintain your courage, maintain your motivation, your strength. But it's just like super hard because it's like there's no end in sight. It just feels like there's no end in sight. King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, and I feel like you're trying to handle the emotions of this situation, but it's just a lot going on. It's very overwhelming because you feel like you're about to drown. You're always on the brink of drowning. But I also feel like you have a really positive attitude of optimism and like gratitude with this. I feel like you communicate from a space of love, or you try to show up from a space of love. You try to not let the things that are going on get to you, because you know someone is sitting in the background waiting for you to drown so they can come over and point at you and laugh and say, ha ha ha, you're drowning. Ha ha ha. Look at you taking on water in your lungs. Look at you down there sinking to the bottom. Like, you know that somebody is just waiting to have the satisfaction of you giving up. And I think that's one of the motivating factors that keep you going. It's like you don't want to give up because you don't want to give this motherfucker the satisfaction. And I think that that's useful to a certain degree, but I also feel like there needs to be something else that you include within those motivating factors to help you continue to be courageous, because it's like that energy only takes you so far, you know, or that mentality only gives you so much energy. And I feel like there needs to be like a recognition of how much you've accomplished, or a recognition of some type of signs that spirit is sending to you that there's going to be something worked out. Okay. So let's just get a little oracle. How can Pisces remove this blockage, Spirit? What does Pisces need to do to remove this blockage? Woman crying in reverse. Stop crying about it. Stop wasting your tears. Stop thinking about it. It's like if you get a video of your partner cheating or your spouse cheating and you just watch the video over and over again, you're torturing yourself. Stop torturing yourself. Sweet nothings, all talk and no action, see beyond the flattery, being easily seduced. Yeah, because it's like every time they let you down, you get upset. And it's rightfully so. Like, I get why you're upset, and I understand, because I have been in the same predicament. Even if it's people who say they're going to treat me differently. It's like, yeah, that shit hurts. But the whole point is, like, you see so many signs. You've had so many experiences. There's so much deja vu. There's so much of the same cycle repeating itself that you should know by now that this person is full of shit. So the fact that you it's like you're torturing yourself. You're watching the video over and over again, torturing yourself, hypothetically, metaphorically, when you hear what this person says and believe them, because you know they're not going to do it. Stop asking them if they're going to do it. They're not going to do it. Stop listening to them when they say they're going to do it. They're not going to do it. I've gotten to the point with my dad like that, like where he said, "Oh, daughter, if there's anything that you need, just call me." Don't say that shit to me. I don't give a fuck, because when I call you and I need something, you ain't never got it. So stop saying that shit to me. I don't want to hear it. Because you're the only reason why you're saying it to me is to make yourself feel better for the shit person that you have become. And I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I'm gonna say it how the fuck it is. Let's have a real conversation. I'm not mad necessarily at my dad for like the hand that life has dealt him and the way that he chose to play his cards. Because listen, who am I to judge? I'm not doing much better myself, even though, yes, I'm younger, but I've made mistakes too. So I love my dad, and I'm not upset with him for the way that he chose to play his cards. But one thing you're not going to do is gratify yourself or boost yourself up or inflate your ego to make yourself feel better by giving me an empty promise and trying to project that energy on me. No, you deal with that shit. Don't tell me that you're going to do nothing for me. Deal with the fact that you can't do anything for me, and don't say it to me. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just being real. Like my ex-husband, don't tell me. I told him before the summer was over, I said, look, at the end of the day, I know you're not going to pay the child support. I know you're not going to do what you're supposed to do. I know that you're hiding money and you only want to spend money on your kids, but you want to see me suffer and you want to see me not be able to live my life and constantly have to work all the time to the bone till the day I die. Hopefully you're wishing that I'm in an early grave. So shut the fuck up. Don't tell me that you're going to do something, because whatever you do has nothing to do with what I'm able to do. Oh, well, get the fuck off my line. Yeah, because deal with your shit. Don't say that shit. I don't care. You stay over there with all your people and you figure out what you doing with your own motherfucking life, and don't include me in your... I don't give a damn if you got to work or you got jobs coming up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You're not going to do what you say you're going to do. So just be real. Either say you're not going to do it or shut the fuck up talking to me. Because whatever you have to do has nothing to do with me. And as soon as I said to him that we are not connected and whatever he does or has going on has nothing to do with whether or not I'm going to be successful, he got so mad, pissed off, ready to hang up in my face. Actually, probably did. I can't even remember the conversation, to be honest with you. I don't remember if I hung up or he hung up. But that irritated his spirit, because that's the whole point of his antics, is to try to convince me that because he's quote unquote struggling, or because he's able to have some type of false power over my life, that I am going to have to live under the mercy of his manipulation. And when I spoke and looked the devil in the face and said its name, it disrupted that energy. So you don't have to do what I do. Please don't. Don't put me on a pedestal, bitch. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm only human. Okay? But at the end of the day, you have to, like, within yourself, accept the fact that somebody just is talking shit. They're not going to do what they say they're going to do. Stop torturing yourself. Title card. They're hiding behind an image. They're hiding behind a cover. They want you to believe the cover without reading the book. Don't do that. How to remove this blockage. Y'all see, I be getting heated for y'all. I be fighting for y'all. Okay, starting a family. Interesting. Fake unknown numbers and journey. Kick them to the curb. Take a new direction. Walk away if you need to. Yeah, this is about starting new things. Changing you might need to get a new number. Some of y'all need to get a new number. You need to get a new phone. You need to make sure this person is blocked on social media. Wherever this person can access you or have access to you or has had access to you, you need to block that motherfucker. Your number's not saved. I feel like this is really a situation where you slick gotta cut somebody the fuck off. You gotta cut somebody the fuck off. And they can't, it's like you have to literally cut the cord in a very harsh way. And I'm not saying speak to them harshly or do anything that is violent. I do not condone that, and I'm not saying to do that. But what I'm saying is your cutoff game needs to be extremely strong, and there needs to be a clear line that is drawn, okay? So that you can go on and travel down a new path in your life. Okay? One more card. How to remove this blockage. Oh my goodness. Hold on. That's crazy. One more card for Pisces. How to remove this blockage, spirit. Single woman. Yeah, start something new on your own that doesn't have to do with them. I don't know if this is you needing to move, or maybe you guys plan to start a business together and you feel upset because they didn't hold up their end of the bargain. I don't know what this is. Do something on your own. It's about you doing something on your own. Even if you're a masculine and you're with a person and they are acting single, but you want to be together. I don't know what this is. I just feel like stop torturing yourself. Okay? Cutting ties. Yes, there is no going back. Better off alone. Make a clean break. I don't know how much clearer. Innocent, not guilty as charged, tries to do the right thing. Hostility holds you hostage. So the fact that you're still connected to this person in some way, shape, or form is tying you to their hostility and negativity. But you're not guilty, but you're paying the price because this person still has some type of connection to you. Leo energy, Virgo energy, Scorpio energy, Pisces energy, Libra, Taurus, Sag, possibly Aquarius. I want to say Gemini, okay? Cut this person clean the fuck off. And now if you have children, I don't know. You got to figure out how you're going to deal with that. You got to figure out how you're going to do it. But I guarantee you, if this person owes some type of child support or they're in arrears, and you decide that, I don't necessarily feel like this is right, because I don't think the kids should have to suffer for the adults' lack of ability to communicate. Not necessarily it's on your part, because innocent is out here. But I feel like if you do cut ties with this person and you have children, or there are like extenuating circumstances, you will be found innocent, because if they're owing you money or they have not followed some type of legal arrangement and they try to take you to court, you're going to win. You're going to win. They can't say anything. If somebody owes thousands of dollars in child support and you choose not to honor the custody agreement, the first thing that the judge is going to, yeah, you may get reprimanded, but the first thing that the judge is going to ask is like, okay, so why aren't you paying child support? Like, come on. Or if you file paperwork in court to change the custody because someone is not paying child support, do that. I don't know like legal things. I'm not a lawyer, so disclaimer below. But I'm just saying there's like something here where Spirit is saying if you make a clean break, you're better off alone. You'll be better dealing with, even if you still let your kids go to see their dad, or you still let your kids go to see their mom, or whatever the situation is. There's something about like you not communicating with that person, or you cutting off your connection to that person when it comes to the financial aspect of a situation, that's gonna make you better off. Okay. Woman crying in reverse, starting a family, and single woman. Ooh, Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. But yeah, no. This is a person making a promise to give you something or pay you something and communicating with you about it. But then, like, I just feel like changing their mind. What else? Chariot reverse. Yeah, backtracking. It's like this person is breadcrumbing you because they know that restricts your movement. Two of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So there's a conversation here where I feel like you're going to tell this person, if they apologize, I just feel like you're going to tell this person whatever truth you need to tell them. I feel like you're going to see past their communication and you're going to choose not to move forward, or you're telling someone that you don't want to move forward, or you're communicating whatever you've handled legally with this person. Or you're telling them that whatever they're doing, whatever they're giving you, whatever they're talking about, it just isn't enough. What's the Six of Pentacles with the Chariot reversed? I also feel like if somebody owes you something and they're legally obligated, because we have the scales here and the scales here, they are going to give you some of it because they are being forced to, it feels like. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. So there could be two women attached or two people attached. I don't know. Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups. Like, this situation is attached to your emotions and your feelings, and therefore attached to your actions. Like, you've experienced several times before how this person tries to plug into your energy. It just feels like what this is saying, how to resolve the issue, is to, like, how to get what you want is going to be being confident when it comes to your actions, being confident when it comes to your emotions, understanding your actions and emotions and how they correlate. I just feel like Spirit wants you to prioritize yourself. I don't know what that is. What's this devil? Queen of Wands? Death card. Yeah. Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords. If you having sex with somebody, you need to stop. Because that's changing how you see the person. It's like Spirit is trying to get you to move forward and see this person differently based on the evidence that you've gathered. Something is changing though. There's communication that you're going to receive. There's some type of communication coming in about a change that's happening. And you're going to find out about it. And it's going to be something positive for you when it comes to getting what you want. Because I feel like there's some type of like confirmation that someone like there's something attached to this situation. Of course this person is trying to attach to you, but it's like the outcome of this situation is attached to something else, or like you detaching from this person is going to create like a trickle down effect, because it feels like someone is not able to move forward until they give something or get something. You guys may feel like you can't move forward until you receive something from this person, but they want you to change that thought process. They want you to change that thought process. It's like every time something comes up and you have that thought come in your mind that makes you think, oh, well, I can't do this because, so-and-so hasn't paid child support, or I can't do that because so-and-so swiped a card and, spent money out of the account that I didn't want them to spend, or I can't do this because so-and-so hasn't given me this back yet. Like, whatever it is that's making you think that you can't do something, they want you to flip that mentality as soon as it pops up in your mind. They want you to be very aware of that when it pops up in your mind. I feel like this is like you focusing on the new things that are happening in your life and how this is creating separation between you and this person. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that you're getting further and further away from this person, and it doesn't look like it because whoever this is trying to maintain this illusion, but slowly but surely there's starting to be more clarity. What's this Judgment card that was at the bottom of the deck? Knight of Wands. Yeah. So somebody's about to be judged for their actions. Fool card and the Star card. And you're going to be free. You're going to be free to heal, free to rebuild, free to focus on what it is that you're doing. But I also feel like this is Spirit's way of telling you, like, you have what you need to move forward towards what it is that you want to focus on. Anything else is a distraction, okay? What is the advice for Pisces? Okay, 2 cards. Slow down. I'm taking the time to simply be. The angels would like to introduce you to the art of being. There are many things we can rediscover by slowing down and not always rushing to get things done. Walk slowly. Pay attention to every step. Leave time for conversation. Eat slowly. Be deliberately aware of your actions. Yeah. And I feel like that's what I was thinking about when I was saying, like, when those thoughts pop up in your head, think that you think you can't do something unless this person does something. I feel like they want you to slow down and think about those thoughts. Because it's like that's the message, or that's the like psychic projection that this person is trying to create in your mind. But the more you slow down and really think, like, am I doing this out of desperation? and fear that this person has put in my mind by depriving me of what they owe me? Or am I doing this because I really want to do it? Like, that's what this is about to me. Hope. Hope is a choice. I choose to be hopeful. The angels remind you that without hope, you can't build belief. Your actions are directionless. Your purpose feels like a pipe dream. Ace of Wands reverse, I'm just saying. And true meaning seems unattainable. Hope is about recognizing that good things are yet to come and about expecting them to come. Yeah. I feel like this person has abused you so badly, or they've just really like done a number on you mentally. And it feels like that reckoning is coming. Okay. That's what Spirit is trying to wake you up to, what you need to do to heal, what you need to focus on to heal. It's about having faith in where you're going, having faith in this new beginning. Because I think some of you guys already cut this person off. I think now what Spirit wants you to do is let go of the feelings attached to it so that you can have different actions. Change the way you feel about the situation when it comes to how you're attached to this person or how you're attached to this feeling. And then therefore your actions will change. Passion says the universe is always guiding me towards my passion. The angels ask you to act and follow what you believe in with all your heart. You have come to this earth to fulfill a mission. Unleash your full potential and engage in activities that bring pleasure. Yeah, I was saying that too. Confirmation. Declutter. I'm surrounded by what I need and love. The angels want you to know the best way to declutter your home, your workspace, and your life is to take things one small step at a time. Combined small steps will lead to big improvements that will be easier to maintain over the long run. Yeah. So I just feel like this is what they're saying. They want you to slow down and pay attention to the times where you feel hopeless, or slow down and pay attention to the times where you feel anxiety and fear connected to what this person has deprived you of. And then flip those feelings to hope and motivation, like in the moment, literally, with every single thing that you do. In unison with following the things that you're passionate about, doing the things that you really love. If you don't love it, don't do it. And I know we have jobs, we have bills, we have things we have to do. But like, try to remember the reason why you started to do something, or the reason why you want to stay motivated. Even if this is about going to work. It's like, yeah, you may not want to work. You may not feel very passionate about your job, but you feel passionate about hanging out with your friends and doing social things, or taking trips, or traveling the world, or, having a beautiful birthday celebration. Like, the life that you want to live, connect that to the way that you will be able to earn that living. And if you connect what you're passionate about and the things that you enjoy to do in your hobbies and your free time with your work or your job, that will help you to stay motivated. Because I just feel like you guys are lacking motivation right now. And yeah, it's not very motivating to have to sit at a desk for 8 hours a day, or to work in a warehouse for 8 hours a day, or do some type of other manual labor or mental labor work. But if you say to yourself, like, for me to do this and for me to stay motivated and for me to stay disciplined, strength card, with whatever this is, I'm going to slowly but surely dig myself out of the hole that someone else tried to create for me. And not only do you have the motivation of not giving the motherfucker the satisfaction, but you have the motivation of the things that you can see in your future that you'll be able to do. That's what a lot of this energy that we're in right now is all about. So I feel like this is what spirit wants you to do. And anything along the way that you find that you don't need, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, throw that shit out. And that's it. So I hope that helped you guys, Pisces. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you would like to donate or contribute to the channel, it is really helpful right now. Anything that you can give is greatly appreciated. And even if you can't give, I really appreciate you guys. If you want to book a reading, the link is in the description box below. The best way to help support the channel is to like the video, comment, and engage with the content. And I will see you guys next time, Pisces. Remember, okay, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.